All right, what up, y'all? Today I got to talk to you about doubt. And if you are somebody who doubts yourself, or if you know somebody that doubts themselves, this is something that you need and you need to hear. You need to change how you're looking at doubt. As a coach and as a health coach, as a trainer, um, a lot of people are reaching out right now because they're getting ready to do the whole new year, new me, new year, new you thing, right? And so a lot of times, one of the questions that I ask is, you know, so have you really sat and thought about like why can't you do this on your own? Like mainly because when it comes down to coaching and training, like I can provide the blueprint, but if you don't have the mindset to actually want to do it, to make it happen, what's the point? Like, so what I'm asking people is why can't you do this on yourself, on your own? And the response all the time is I don't think I can do it on my own. I just highly doubt that I'll stay consistent. I highly doubt that I will make it happen. Even though I want it, I highly doubt that I'll actually make it happen. And so, especially today, especially all the calls we had today, and some of you are going to see this. And I already said it to you, and I'm just sharing this because many people need it. I need you to stop looking at doubt as a doorstop. And we need to start changing the ideas of doubt into the idea of security. Because if you put the action in place, if you actually take action, then you should be able to erase doubt. Now, let me kind of explain that real quick on, I go to the gym a lot, and a good example would be a squat. You can put a certain amount of weight up on the bar, and it'll be really easy for me to be like, if I see a weight that I can't lift, I can just be like, oh man, I can't lift that, right? Not that I doubt I can lift that. It's like, no, I know I can't lift that shit. And so the thought then is, okay, so backtrack. What are the things that I'm going to have to do to make it so that I can lift that? Right? So that means I'm going to have to go, I'm going to have to build certain muscle groups. I'm going to have to, and mindset is huge. The brain is huge on that type of stuff. But I'm going to have to build other parts of the body. I'm going to have to work on my heart and lung relationship to make sure that I can recover properly. I'm going to have to make sure that I eat properly. I'm going to have to make sure that, I'm wearing the right type of shoes. Like, there's a lot that goes into it. But the point here is, my confidence to be able to attack that weight eventually is because I'm going to be able to focus on the competence of doing it. And so, if I do all the stuff that I need to do to make that happen, I should be confident that I can go to that weight and lift that. Now, a lot of people are also thinking about, their business and stuff like that. And it's like, oh man, like I really don't think I can make six figures a year. And, in the beginning, back when I thought six figures was something crazy, the mindset was like, all right, I got to make 10 grand a month, minimum 10 grand a month. And then I started getting around people who were making 100 grand a month. And all of a sudden I realized, like, damn, that's not shit. That's really only $8,300 a month. And what type of impact am I making if I'm just focused on this number? So I had to get competent in the actions that needed to take place in order for me to get myself to that position. And if there ever was a doubt, thinking like, and the thing is, that's if there's a doubt for you when it comes to making that type of income or getting that type of impact and building that type of business, the only way for you to get rid of that doubt is to actually take the steps and processes to be able to do that. If you're, think about it. If you're trying to do a $10,000 month, you can sell $10,000 products, you can sell two $5,000 products, or you can sell one $10,000 product. And you just need to learn how to do that type of thing. If you're trying to make an impact, it depends on what you're doing, but you can figure it out. So there should never be a doubt that you can't do something if you have access to the information on how to do it. And so what I'm saying here is a lot of people will doubt themselves this week and into next month. They got the motivation from some video, from whatever. They got the motivation to start. But as we all know, so many people quit. And it's because they doubt that they can complete it. Or they doubt that really, a lot of times they're thinking that, like this just is the life that I'm going to live. I'm not meant to be in shape. I'm not meant to be flexible. I'm not meant to have strong endurance. My family is this, my family is that. All that shit that you hear people say all the time. And that's what it is. It's bullshit. Because you're doubting yourself because you haven't actually put yourself in front of the information that will confidently get you there. Think about it. Like if you Let's go back to the income example. If you are doubting that you could ever make $10,000 a month, but you're being coached by someone who's making 100 or 200 or 500 grand a month, there should not be any doubt. It should be a thought of, well, what the hell do I have to do? What do I have to learn to get myself there? Like for me, coming up in this whole thing, it was never doubt of if I could do it. I always knew I could do it. It was more about like, I doubt that I'm around the people and resources right now that'll help me get there. But it was never if I could do it or not. And so if you know somebody who's in a position where they're like, I'm just never going to be able to get in shape, or maybe I know I have some trainers on here and you're thinking, you're talking to people right now who are really just doubting themselves, or maybe you have clients that have doubted themselves over the last 6 months, whatever it is. Think about, are you making information accessible to them that can boost the hell out of their confidence, so that not only is doubt gone, but it's more about, okay, cool, this is the process that I have to do. It's changes doubt. I want you to change the thought of doubt to changing to the thought of security, right? And protection. And so think about that squat example I was using. It's like, I'm looking at the weight and I'm like, damn, well, it's a yes or no. It's not doubt. Doubt kind of is like in the middle in a way. It's maybe it'll do it, I might not. I just knew looking at a certain amount of weight is like, I'm not gonna be able to lift that. However, I know because of my past and experience, I know how to backtrack and build myself up to that. Same thing with your weight loss. Same thing with your business growth. Same thing with your family's relationships. If you're not putting in the effort by backtracking and taking that little thing one step at a time, then it's not that you doubt if it can happen, it just won't happen. It's like a yes or a no. It's like I can or I can't. A lot of people don't want to use the statement, I can't do something, because you hear that all the time. It's like, never say you can't. And it's like, look, sometimes you got to be real. It's like, if you haven't been putting in the work, if you haven't been putting in and putting yourself around the right resources, you can't do it. And people will tell you, you can do it. And they're straight up lying to you, right? I mean, think about it. Like, if you're not in position, if you haven't learned the things yet to be able to attain whatever the hell your goal is, you will not attain it. You can't do it where you are right now. You won't be successful. But that doesn't mean you don't have the opportunity to be successful. You have the ability to learn certain things. You have the ability to get yourself into certain rooms. Social media is stupid right now, how quick you can get access to somebody. And there's so much information online. Podcasts nowadays, you can literally learn from multi-millionaires, or people who are in incredible shape, or people who have, came from nothing and figured it out. They're literally removing excuses daily. Every time a new podcast comes out, you start to hear like, damn, this person's been going through this shit for the last 10 years and they still figured it out. So remove doubt, because if you doubt yourself, all that means is that you haven't put yourself around the right resources to learn how to do it. Just be honest with yourself. Right now, I can't. I need to learn how to. And once you learn how to, that takes us back to that whole confidence and competence type thing. If you don't have confidence to do something, you're doubting yourself to do something, then put in the effort and learn how to do it. Become competent. That boxer example, if you've been boxing for 6 months and they put you in the ring against, Floyd Mayweather, it's not like, I might not be able to win this one. It's like, no, you ain't gonna win that shit. He gonna beat your ass. But the thing is, he has put so much more time into it. When he steps into that ring, he's like, yo, I put in so much effort, you cannot even come close to me. He has no doubts that he is gonna win. How would you build a stronger confidence in someone like that? You gotta put in more work than they put in. Luck does not work in this whole thing. There's a lot of people making a lot of money right now. There's a lot of people that are making crazy gains. There's a lot of people who are losing a ton of weight, and luck plays somewhat of a role into it, because sometimes the universe will just put you in front of people who can really make it happen for you. But for most of us, and for probably 99% of people, you're going to actually have to put effort in. Even if you're lucky enough to meet someone, like I've met some people in my life making 6 figures a month. Just because I was lucky enough to meet them doesn't mean I'm going to do it. I still got to put in the effort and work. They can teach me how to do it, but I still got to do it. I don't want to make this too long, but stop doubting yourself and get strong with your security.